WBZ News starts right now.
We are following breaking news in the kidnapping of a Boston-based journalist. Good evening, I'm Lauren Lemanchek. Thanks for joining us. On the same day, a memorial mass is held for New Hampshire journalist James Foley. Secretary of State John Kerry confirms that a journalist missing for 2 years has been released by his captors in Syria. Bree Season joins us now live from Cambridge. And Bree, this family must be so relieved.
Lauren, we certainly can't imagine what the family of Peter Theo Curtis must have been going through these past 2 years. His mother lives here in Cambridge. The 45-year-old has a Ph.D. from the University of Massachusetts. He's published 2 books and is fluent in several languages. But his family says it was his love of the Syrian people that brought him back to the war-torn country 2 years ago to work as a journalist.
My name is Peter Theo Curtis.
In videos released this summer, freelance journalist Peter Theo Curtis is seen with disheveled hair after 2 years in captivity. The Boston journalist is now free from his captors in Syria after receiving help from the Qatari government. His mother, Nancy, sent this statement, quote, "We are so relieved that Theo is healthy and safe and that he is finally headed home after his ordeal. But we are also deeply saddened by the terrible, unjustified killing last week of his fellow journalist, Jim Foley, at the hands of the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria."
We have been in contact with the other families, and
they suffer with all
some of whom don't want to be named, you know, so I have to do the, but all of whom are in danger.
The good news of Theo's release comes after the horrific murder of Jim Foley last week. While Curtis was not held by the same militant group, the family say they've become close the past 2 years. The Curtis family gathered at his Cambridge home Sunday, but declined to comment about his release on camera. In their written statement, the Curtis family says that the Qatari government helped negotiate his release, though they say they were not privy to the details of that release. They also said that it is not clear at this time where Curtis is and when he might be returning here to Cambridge. Live in Cambridge, Bree Season, WBZ News. Lauren, back to you.
Bree, thank you. Secretary of State John Kerry released this statement upon Curtis's release. Particularly after a week marked by unspeakable tragedy, we are all relieved and grateful knowing that Theo Curtis is coming home. Every waking hour, our thoughts and our faith remain with the Americans still held hostage and with their families.